we masqueraded as a folk band from a place called Wigan in the northwest of England.
I love that story.
Anyway, the domain owner, the domain squatter, spotted it a mile off.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Ad Podcast, and we've got Luke Smith here, who is the CEO of Croud, a performance-based agency in the UK. Thanks for coming on, man.
UK and the US.
UK and US. Nice. Did you guys start in the UK?
We are. Yes, I am. Okay. I'm very British. We are a very British business, but we've been in the US for just on 10 years.
Okay, now. Awesome, nice.
I spent a couple of years setting that up in New York.
Very cool. Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for coming on and talking with us a little bit.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, what do you got in store for Cannes this week?
Well, literally, as I just said, I just landed.
Let's go.
I've got a short 48-hour window here.
Nice.
I have back-to-back meetings with partners, vendors, clients. I've got a couple of dinners. I've got to probably find some time to catch some football or soccer, as you guys might say.
Yes.
The US have qualified magnificently.
I know. We're putting a good showing, right?
Tonight is the turn of the England team. So
let's go.
Yeah. It's this classic packed agenda of 30-minute slots, 20-minute slots, but it's I find it very energizing.
Yeah, for sure.
An exciting environment, albeit quite a hot one.
Yeah, definitely. The heat can be a little bit of a drain on energy, but it's nice to have the industry all in one place to be able to get a lot of stuff done, spend a lot of face time with people. It's
a very efficient way to do a ton of meetings. Yeah. I mean, when would you get an opportunity to do it? I'm probably doing 12 meetings a day, maybe 14.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it doesn't feel that sort of onerous because you're sitting and you're sort of slightly out of that business environment and context. Which I think enables more creativity, more kind of freedom of expression.
Yep.
So it's good. I mean, the one thing I've got to make sure I do is we've got a WhatsApp group with my team, my Croud and Born Social team. And what I've got to try and do is actually get everyone together at one time.
Nice.
To sort of have a drink.
You have the whole team over here?
We have, I don't even know, probably 10 people.
Nice, okay, so good chunk.
From London, from New York, from across our Croud business and our Born Social business.
Awesome. Well, I love the domain. It's surprising you guys got that, Croud.com.
Croud.com.
Was that hard to come by?
There's a very long story behind that, but we had the .co.uk. The actual name came, a very good friend of mine was very good at Scrabble, and we were trying to play on Croud and Cloud back in the day when it was all about, the crowd in the cloud. And crowdsourcing and that sort of stuff. She just put them together, a portmanteau, and came up with Croud. And then we had the .co.uk, and I said, look, we want to be a global business. So we found the .com owner, and we, it's a bit mischievous, but we tried to, we masqueraded as a folk band from a place called Wigan in the northwest of England.
I love that story.
Anyway, the domain owner, the domain squatter, spotted it a mile off.
That's
and
awesome.
he called us out. He said, you're trying to pull the wool over my eyes, and so we ended up having to pay a handsome premium for it.
Yeah, well, there's no price you can put on good branding, right?
No, and 5letter.com is very
it's hard to come by.
So we're quite proud of that.
Awesome. Well, tell me a little bit about the agency and what you guys are up to to these days. What are you guys thinking about?
So we are, we're a digital media agency. Croud is a digital media agency, a platform. We're moving more towards a platform play. We've had the whole Croud thing is our Crowdy network. So we've got a network of 2,000 plus effectively freelancers working through a platform.
Interesting.
And that's been the USP of our model since day one. That was the thing that we set out to do, to decentralize kind of fixed costs and have more flexible working for people and for us to connect to different types of talent. As part of that, we built a platform, Crowd Control, which is now Croud OS, which, was the beating heart, the operating system of our business from day one. And of course, it took time to build it into what it is today. So that we are a heavily tech-enabled services business. As I say, we're growing really well across EMEA and in the US. And then We've got our sort of sister agency, the agency we acquired about 3 and a bit years ago, called Born Social.
Okay.
Social first creative, influencer. So we're actually on a big journey at the moment to have a much more integrated proposition across those two parts of the business. Bringing together, and this is something we're hearing a lot from clients, what they want is integration of creative and media.
Yeah, especially when you talk about influencer work and the emergence of algorithms in the earned social space, where you've got a lot of content going out into your owned distribution 3 times a day on TikTok maybe, and then maybe you wait and see how the algorithm treats the asset before you decide what to put money behind.
Yeah. Do you know what? The accountability of influencers is a really big thing. We have a sort of another part of our business, but really part of the Croud business is MTA, so marketing mix modeling. How do we attribute value to all the different channels? And actually, one of the big things coming up now is how do we hold influencer accountable to, in the same way we do other media channels. It's becoming a media channel. And actually had a really good session with our influencer business, lead of our influencer business the other day. And the biggest ask was more measurement, right?
Yeah.
Like actually applying some of the kind of more traditional measurement, econometrics and MMM to things like influencer to really enable it to have that accountability to effectively, like a lot of the time, replace or outperform traditional media channels.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges? I know tagging influencer content is harder from an organics perspective. You can't use media tags, can't attribute brand lift studies and some of those things the same way.
But you've got to do workarounds, right? Like we are in a world where tagging, where cookies are, whether they've gone, or they're certainly on the way out. So one of the jobs of our sort of modeling businesses is how do we work around those corners, right? How do we work around those challenges within the business? And that's what Gabe Hughes and his team are doing, spending their time on this. How do we attribute value? And it might be in areas where we have to kind of scale up data we have or aggregate it.
Are you being heavily data driven in your discovery process with creators? I know there's a lot of audience replication, being able to figure out if you work with 2 influencers, do they have overlapping audience? Are you hitting the same people, or are you hitting fresh people, or can you use similar creators without frequency capping, for a lack of a better word?
I mean, it's a really good question, and something I talked about, we've got this crowd control platform we've been building for 15 years. We are just, and I hope I'm not breaking any confidentiality, but we're about to launch a kind of like our scaled up version of that for influencer called the Born Creator Community. So that will be where we we house all of our creators, we cross-reference, cross-check how they match up against other creators and influencers. So it's something that we're thinking about, because we've got that pedigree and that history of building both tech and accountability into the Crowdy network. We're able to flip that over to the BCC. So that's coming very soon. I hope I may get in trouble with my marketing team for going a bit early on that.
We'll see if that has to go under embargo or not.
We are actually selling it as a platform already. So
nice.
I think I'm okay.
There we go. Awesome. So what else do you have on the docket this week from a thought leadership perspective? Are you doing any panels, any talks, or anything like that?
I will be seeing a number of my team on panels. Okay, I've got people dotted all over. I didn't get the invite for any panels myself, but I'll be attending a number of events and just sort of spending time with peers and colleagues and members of my team.
Amazing. So going back to the Croud OS, so you mentioned, originally kind of coming around the idea of the power of crowds and the idea of being able to scale up with this network of 2,000 talent. So are you guys tapping into like basically placing freelance media buyers like within organizations and like allowing like how does that work?
The way I describe the Crowdy network is as a support function for our in-house agency team. So we have probably on occasion done like embeds into clients, but much more this is a network of talent of myriad of different skills that our in-house teams, whether they're on SEO or content or creative, can tap into talent that they wouldn't normally have access to.
Nice.
And we spend time curating that network.
So being able to develop domain expertise or channel expertise, category expertise without having to have those people as full-time employees.
And our biggest global client we work with across 120 different markets.
Wow. So that's important to be able to spin up people in those markets.
Yeah, exactly. And it still is, even like AI is becoming, is enabling us to do a lot more in different markets. We still need that boots on the ground, that local market knowledge, that cultural, efficacy that can validate, what we're trying to do in all those places. We've got 6 physical offices. I should know this. 5, London, New York, Atlanta, Dubai, and Shrewsbury. Yet we are able to offer, and that's only in 3 markets.
Yeah.
And yet we're able to offer services in 120 different markets and locations.
It's a pretty cool model.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, if folks want to reach out and learn more about the agency or connect with you and follow your thought leadership, where would you like to send folks to stay in touch?
Luke@Croud.com. That's CROUD.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Dylan.
Appreciate you.
Cheers.
On YouTube, finding the right audience to build a media plan requires hours of research. And optimizing campaigns is time-consuming and a bit of a guessing game. That's why we built technology to do it for you. Strike Social.